So, you want to become more confident in yourself. If you're more confident in yourself, you start believing that you can accomplish your goals. After all, the honest truth is, if you don't believe you can accomplish your goals, you're not even going to try. So maybe it's not about procrastination. You keep putting things off. Why? Well, maybe you actually have some limiting beliefs and didn't even realize it. My name is Andrew Lapa. I started self-improvement around 2 years ago when I turned 15. I was unconfident. I had dreams, but I didn't believe I could actually achieve them. Fast forward today, I can set a goal and 100% know that I will achieve it as long as I put the work in and it's in my control. I want this transformation for you too. Maybe you don't really believe in yourself and you're not very confident in yourself. Or maybe you're actually pretty confident in yourself, but there's something you're procrastinating and there's something holding you back from doing that thing. No matter who you are, you can always become more confident in yourself, and that will always benefit you. So here's a few things that I learned in my ongoing journey of becoming more confident in myself. The first thing that I realized is that you don't actually need to set the bar for yourself super high. Let's take an example. You don't wake up super early. Maybe you wake up around 10 a.m. every single day. Alright. Now you watch some kind of motivational video and you decide, tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. That's the wrong way to do it. You don't have to set that high of a standard for yourself right away. Why? Because that's not going to bring you consistent results. You're going to wake up at 6 a.m. one day and you probably won't continue to do it. Instead, you should just set the alarm for 9 a.m. and try to do that every single day for a few months. You need to be able to promise yourself certain things and prove to yourself that you can actually do them. If you say that you're going to wake up at 6 a.m. for the next few months and you miss a bunch of days, then that automatically makes your mindset more negative and you'll start thinking, oh, I can't wake up early. Oh, I'm not good at this. And then what will you do? Probably just go back to whatever you were doing before. So don't set the bar so high. Instead, focus on actually just keeping promises to yourself that you can keep and work from there. The next thing is you should keep track of your achievements. Now this is super important and there's many ways you can do this. One way that you could do this is through journaling. Now I journal not super often, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But that's definitely a way you can keep track of your achievements. Just write about what you're doing, what you're accomplishing day to day or week to week, whenever you write. Another thing is a habit tracker. Now that's a completely different topic, but keeping your habit trackers, you can look back and don't focus on all the days that you missed. Focus on the days that you did get. Focus on, oh wow, I had 5 days here where I did this one thing all in a row. And you'll start to realize that you can do way more than you thought you could. Because you're probably downplaying what you've already accomplished or what you can accomplish. My final piece of advice that I kind of just had to learn is that you have to realize that most of the time, nobody really cares, all right? You're lacking self-confidence. Why? Because you have all these limiting beliefs, you have all these fears, fear of judgment, fear of just stepping out of your comfort zone, stuff like that. Most of the time, people won't even care. Now, think about it. Imagine you're walking in like a busy square, all right? And then there's some guy who's like wearing some kind of like crazy colored shirt or something, all right? And you notice it. Okay. Are you going to remember that after a day? Probably not. You'll probably just think about it for like the next 10 seconds and be like, oh, that's kind of funny. The thing is, you're not that different from everyone else. So if someone really does notice you, they're probably not going to notice, just think about you and be like, oh, what is that person doing? All right. Now, I don't mean this in a bad way, as in you're just going to go unnoticed and you can't get anything done. That's not true. It's just, if one of your fears is like, oh, what are people going to think of me? Chances are it's not going to be as bad as you think. In fact, most people are going to respect you for trying out a new thing, whatever you want to try. The thing is, you have to take responsibility for your life. No one else is going to just give you the dreams that you have, like in reality. That sounded kind of cliche and weird, but it's true. You have all these dreams, and you have all these limiting beliefs, and that's why you're not achieving these dreams. But you have to realize that you only have one life, and there's no way that you're going to accomplish those dreams if you just keep thinking that everyone else is not going to like your dream. It's your dream, it's your life. Forget about what other people think for once, and just actually go start it. With that being said, those are a few things that I've just kind of learned through self-improvement, through reading, through podcasts, through even just figuring out by myself. And I think that they're all really important. And I hope that you found them useful, maybe wrote them down, and actually take action from this video. Now, I have nothing to sell. I'm not going to just sell you something. But I do have a free Discord community that you can join if you want. Shameless self-plug right here. But you can join that because in there, it's not super big yet, but the most important thing, if you want to gain confidence in yourself, if you want to actually start believing in yourself, believing in your goals and stuff you want to achieve, then you need to be around other people who are thinking those same things, who are also trying to improve themselves. And that's kind of what I wanted to build with this community. So if you're interested, the link is in the description. And with that being said, you are capable. Keep improving.